Welcome everybody to my brand new Let's Play series. I don't have a name for it yet because I haven't really figured out a name for this mod pack. It's a mod pack that I've put together over the last many weeks. It is based on Minecraft 1.710 and currently has 109 mods loaded. It is a mainly magic based mod, adventure, exploration, very little tech, almost non-existent. I'll get into the details more when I start talking about each one of the mods that I selected, but I wanted to get started. This is a brand new world here. I haven't been on yet. I just generated it new. It's on a private server of mine. The server is quite powerful, so the few people that are gonna join me over the next few weeks to play around with the mod pack and help me test it and so on are all real life friends and longtime Minecraft acquaintances. So this server should be big enough, strong enough to handle all that. It's very powerful. So let's go ahead and join the server and check out this mod pack. I'm so excited, guys. Oh. Alright, don't get scared about the Ender Demon up there. That's just a part of a mod pack that every time you log in, it shows you a different health bar up there. There is no Ender Dragon, don't worry. Well, overall, this mod pack has the mods that it currently has, but subject to change. Depending on the testing and how they work together and so on. I did a lot of testing in single player, but you gotta get other people playing it, or you just... Everybody plays differently, so people are gonna find out bugs that I might never stumble across and so on. I did a lot of tweaking of configs and so on, but I try to explain as much as I can while playing. But let's get started. The backstory is not written yet. I still have to come up with that. But we are an adventurer that is setting out to revenge his people or something like that, okay? And you wouldn't leave the house naked if you go out adventuring. So starting items, and they are the same on single player besides the backpack I explained to you in a second. But we have some leather armor. We're poor people, but we're like a trapper now. Look at this. We look cool with a little leather armor. We got some basic starter tools, stone tools, because you wouldn't set out adventuring the world without anything to defend yourself, so... And we got a handful of apples, we don't have any other kind of food right now, and torches. In single player, instead of the backpack, you get 8 leather. So you need to make the backpack yourself. Because there's a problem with adding a backpack in that mod that I'm using for that. It adds the backpack, but you can't open it, and I tried everything. I couldn't figure out why it doesn't work, and I'm like, alright, I'm done messing around. I just give people 8 leather, and there you go. Just to show you guys, I don't have any special commands here. There's no home. There's no way to get back to spawn. I'm not an operator. Nothing here. So it's just like I was a player. So, and we also got a spawn wolf and 10 bones, because we have this great mod here called Useful Pets, where you can level up your pets and give them different skills and all the way up to being able to mount them. And I figured, you know, you have a companion just to keep you a little company so you don't feel so lonely at night, and if it gets cold you can heat yourself on your doggy and so on. So I'm gonna summon this guy, and hopefully he's gonna like me here, because I had some really bad luck. I started first with 3 bones, and that wasn't enough. Come on, why you don't want to be my friend? Be my friend. There you go. Thank you, buddy. Once we get a name tag, we're gonna call him Buster. Alright, so now you got him tamed. And the sitting down and standing up, you still need to do with bones, by the way. For whatever reason, the pet one doesn't allow you to do that, which I think is kind of dumb, but oh well. And now to actually make this guy a tamed pet, really, for this mod, is you left click it once with this pet wand. And then you see now he has a health bar and a hunger bar. And when you try to shift left click him, it's gonna tell you that you don't have enough levels and you don't have a block of coal. Because if you want to level this guy up, you give him one of your levels, and for the first 5 you need to have a block of coal. So we can't level him yet, he's gonna be level 1, but if you shift right click him, you open this GUI. And you can train your pet skills. All the way to, for example, making it so you can put a saddle on and mount it and ride it around. It's really cool. Fire immunity, extra defense, and all kinds of spells. I don't want to spend too much time on this right now, but what I have figured so far is these guys need a lot of food when they run around. If you just let them sit like this, the hunger bar barely goes down. But if they explore with you, they lose a lot of hunger. And so I didn't have enough beef or pork, right? So, whoops. Yes. So I'm gonna take this level here first, eat plants, so I can feed it apples and carrots and stuff like that, because they're just easier later to grow and have on you. There is so many ways to feed yourself here. So I'm gonna take this one now. Eventually, I guess you can teach these pets everything, but I haven't gotten that far, so we just leave it at that. And you see he already made a poo-poo. So we gotta get rid of that. That's part of a different mod. Alright, so I'm gonna start exploring and talk about all the mods. First off, we got Biomes of Plenty and Natura. I think that those two are very good mods. You know, they add a lot of variety in biomes and plants, and also in the nether, different trees and stuff like that. I think it's quite fun. Oh, I'm so mean. I'm digging a hole right next to spawn, so when my buddies come on, they fall down right away. I don't want to take this. So, way here. Okay, the next mods that are big is Twilight Forest, the Hardcore Ender expansion, so the end is going to be very dangerous. Roguelike Dungeons. Want to have a lot of dungeons in here, and I absolutely think that Roguelike Dungeons is the best one out there when it comes to that. They're huge, they're fun, and what I also like is all the spawners that you can find down in these dungeons. You know, you can find wither skeleton spawners in the overworld and stuff like that. I just like it. Now, the last big mod that changes a lot in the world, I think, wanted to mention is Lyka mobs. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Lyka. And that is actually the last mod I added here, pretty much last minute. You see this Mecha. Those kind of mobs are from them. There's a lot of neutral ones, but there's also hostile mobs, and they're all biome specific. And I'm first encountered that mob when I was playing Blood and Bones, and I thought that it was really cool having all these extra mobs and some hostiles. It just adds a nice variety, and we're supposed to be in a somewhat hostile environment. Thank you for your wool, Mr. Sheep. I'm gonna leave this one. I got enough wool for bed. And I really enjoyed all these, you know, the jumping spiders, and there's flying mobs and all that stuff. See over here in the desert biome, there's... Oh, let's just explore over there. This is, I think, from Witchery, where the witch spawners are under. And there's our first roguelike dungeon, the desert. Let's make our way over there. Okay, the next mods that are all magic is Botania, Thaumcraft, Thaumic Tinkerer, Forbidden Magic, Evilcraft, Witchery, and Blood Magic. Those are the big magic mods. I think these guys are hostile. I kinda wanted to check. Are you attacking me? Oh, I guess they're not. Maybe there's something I need to change on the config. Does this guy have a name? Why do you have a name? Any attacking? Oh, he has a name because he has more health. I'm gonna leave him alone. Yeah, it's getting dark. Let me make a bed. Sorry guys, real life was calling for a second. Then I'm gonna make a bed. Trying to sleep through this. You see a couple of UI bugs here, but I think those are from the texture pack, which I am also working on, and hopefully I can make it a custom add-on pack for this mod pack, so you can just download that either when it's, I should say download it also when it's ready. Let's see if we can real quick. Come on. Alright, good. Let's pick up all our stuff. Continue. Alright, the next mods are all decorative. I wanted to have a lot of decorative things and ways to building some amazing structures, because this mod pack has a lot of time for that, because you don't need to worry about making 20 million RF a tick, so you can run your lasers and all that stuff. It's Bibliocraft, Chisel, Carpenter's Block, Decocraft, Mr. Crayfish Furniture, Statues, Secret Rooms, Hats, and Hat Stands. Now, I just kind of grouped them together, these categories. Some of them are mixed in different categories. What is this? Firework rockets. It looks like it's part of the Roguelike Dungeon, but I've never seen those. Wonder what that is for. Oh well, eventually we'll figure it out. Now on to the next ones that are all kind of food and crops related. Is Pam's Harvest Craft, Pam's Desert Craft, which you see right here. It adds new plants in the desert, and I guess you can make nothing with this. Maybe that's just decorative. And you can make some desert tools like out of sandstone and cacti, and also armor. I thought it fits really nice with this mod pack. And Growthcraft, well, I want my beer, and I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar by now with Growthcraft. It became a big mod, and it's just a lot of fun making the beer and the wine and the rice and so on. And Magical Crops. Magical Crops, well, it says in the name already, magic, and I just like having a way of growing some stuff that might not be easily obtainable, you know, like glowstone. I always like growing glowstone dust because I like using a lot of glowstone in my builds, so you don't need to spend so much time in the nether looking for that. And the last one is Hunger Overhaul. Hunger Overhaul is the mod, I think I said it already, that I'm waiting on. They're almost done releasing it for 1.7.10, and when that day comes, I'm going to install it and see if there's any bugs between the mods that I already have, and that is the day I'm going to submit it to the ATLauncher. There's another Roguelike Dungeon. Oh, next to this one. These usually, when you generate the chunk they're in, or the chunks, because they're quite big underground, is when you usually get a little stutter in the game. So far it's been really smooth. Okay, let's move on. Now the somewhat techiest mods in this pack. Give me your hat. Give me your hat. Thank you. And I got some pork for my wolf. Rich. How you doing, sir? I love their laugh. I think it's awesome. Okay, is Mariculture, Project Red, Refined Relocation, Tinker's Construct, Tinker's Mechworks, iron chests, Java barrels, and colorful portals. I would say those are the techiest mods in this pack. Now, mariculture is a little is still undecided if I'm gonna leave it in this pack, because it has a way of generating power in the new versions. Well, it always had, but they changed the way you generate power now completely. The water turbine changed completely. It's not just a one block structure anymore where you pump in pressurized water. It's actually multi-parts, and I tried it out in a test world in single player. I couldn't even get it to make enough power to operate one of these air pumps. You know, the wooden looking ones that you can right click to pump air. So the power generation is really a joke. Maybe it's just broken or something, but I had 8 rotors going, and which would be a tremendous amount of materials to make all that, and multiple of these other machines that compress the water, whatever they're called. Sorry, I can't think of the name right now. But the reason why I picked mariculture was for the jewelry, and I wanted to have an alternative to Tinker's Construct for your ore process. So if you want to make these crucible furnaces, I think that's what they're called, and, you know, use an ingot caster and stuff like that, well, then you can go that way instead of using Tinker's Construct. There is no reason to process your ore at all in this mod pack, I think, because you don't have many machines to build. So, but I wanted to put something in there, so because I personally like Tinker's Construct a lot. I think it's one of the best mods, and that's why it is in most of the packs. But why I like it is not really for the ore processing, but because you can make yourself some nice tools that repair themselves easy and so on. Because if you play Minecraft for many years, it gets kind of boring always having to fix or make new iron pickaxes, and so I think it's a perfect mod. Man, this was a jackpot right here. Just under the ground, all this coal and iron. Get us started. Okay, the next mods are now all the fun mods, I'm gonna call them. Archimedes Ships. Love it. Love it. We're gonna build a really nice ship where we can do a lot of exploring, and it's gonna have a bed on it and furnaces. In another multiplayer server, guys, I once had an Archimedes ship. Oh, my nose is itchy. Sorry. With a Tinker's Construct smeltery, all the tool station, stencil tables, everything on there, furnaces, a bed, and, you know, dozens of chests and stuff, and it was really cool. I was on that ship for the longest time, and I kind of hope that we can do that here too. You know, make a little starter base here, and then make sure we breed a lot of sheep, and try to get a lot of cotton plants, because you need a lot of wool and cotton for these balloons from Archimedes Ships. And then build something nice where we can travel around, and maybe we find a different biome. What is this? Well, I think we just found something. Let's get this coal. I've never seen this. Wood underground. Oh, come on. This coal is never going to end. Let me keep talking about the mods in the meantime. Then we have this useful pets and backpacks. You guys already seen those. Minions, which you can summon minions to do your dirty work for you, like digging, making mine shafts, everything. Of course, it's quite an overpowered mod, because you don't need any power, nothing, to make these minions and have them dig for you. But that's what I wanted, because I don't want this mod pack to be, you know, oh god, I'm running out of raw materials and so on. I want you to have fun. That's my goal for this mod pack. Make a second. So I added this in there, and it's just a lot of fun. like I said, you never know if it's something stays in the mod pack when it actually gets to the release time. But I'll show you guys what that mod is all about when we get to our first base. Moss stone. Alright, I'm gonna have to dig down here, figure out what this is. Did we it's a bed. Oh, this might be part of that roguelike dungeon. But I've never seen any. Well, you only live once. This is nice. What? Whoa. This is like, we could call this home. This is perfect. Just need to dig up a way, make this safe for now. And wherever the hell my dog is. Nah, I'm not gonna call this home. But I'm gonna mark this as a back door to dungeon. Alright, let's get back out of here. Probably should take some of this stuff, huh? You know what? Not gonna worry about this now. Let's find a place where we can call home first. And I can always pick this up, it doesn't go bad. But we could sleep down here real quick. Sorry guys, I'm getting sidetracked, but this is a perfect start right here. Okay, so I was at Minions, and then we got a mod called Mystical Trinkets. Can't really explain much about that, we just have to do it, but you make a lot of baubles jewelry. Baubles are these that are, I guess, are new in 1.7, I think. So that's for jewelry and so on. Where we can be a little more powerful and magical and stuff. Hey buddy, thanks for coming here. Okay, then we got Ganny Surface, which is a mod that adds all kinds of different things. For example, poop. You see a lot of poop laying around, and you know, animals poop. And you can pick that up and then combine it into fertilizer and then make fertilized earth out of that. And there's all kinds of other things also with the Ganny's mod. And I'm sorry that I can't recall them right now on top of my head. Then we have the next mods are Divine Smoker. That's a funny mod. All you do is you make a hookah, and depending on what you smoke in it, you get different buffs. Haste for a few minutes, resistances, and stuff like that. I just thought it's a really nice mod. And it was small, so I thought I'd give it a chance in this pack because I've never heard of it before. Then we got modular flower pots. Exactly what it says. You can make flower pots that you can put anywhere. They connect if you add multiples next to each other. And I changed my mind. I am going to stay here for now until we can do more exploring and figure out where we're going. But I think this is perfect right here. We just make a nicer entrance. Wow, this scared me. Just a hat. Holy crap. Oh yeah, and the Ganny surface adds all the granite and... Give me your meat. Thank you, sir. Okay, then with the modular flower pots, you can just set them up next to each other. They have connected textures. And then you can put dirt in them and make farmland out of them and stuff like that. I just thought it looks really cool from the screenshot that I saw and the videos. Then I thought I'm gonna put this in here. If nobody ever uses it, too bad. But I'm gonna use it. I think it's cool. Now we got Crystal Wing, which adds one item to the game. It's a crystal wing. And when you right click it, you go back to your spawn. So we have our bed set right here now, for example. So it would... I'm gonna do this here. Like to have a door or something. Maybe we put this up here. Let's close this off right there. So nothing can get through. And... move. Right here. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. If I need to get in and out, I just break a block. We don't need a door yet. And then from down here, we'll figure out how we're gonna build stairs or something up. I haven't heard any mobs yet, which is good. 2F7 and nothing can... Alright. In here. Ooh, we even got coal. Yeah, this is perfect here to start with. Let's just do this. Put as much as we can in here. I'm gonna keep this guy. Oh, I was gonna check if there's a sleeping bag. Yes. We need more wool. We're gonna make a sleeping bag. It allows you to sleep when you're out in the wild, and it doesn't set your bed spawn. Crafting table. Let me make another chest. Alright. So, crystal wings. So it takes 2 gold ingots, 2 feathers, and an ender ball. And then you can make this crystal wing, and when you right click it, you see that name tag over there? It scared the hell out of me. Then it has 8 charges, and you can just go home with it. That's it. And once it runs out of charges, then it becomes something like a burned out wing or something called like that. I'm gonna just empty everything here and then sort it before I take off again. And when you use it when it's a burned out wing, then you randomly teleport 500 blocks around. That is it. So I thought that's a really cool way of getting around for us, and I should say getting home. I'm gonna dig up right here. What is the next one? It's called Magic Yarn. Oh, I think that is a genius mod that nobody else has done that before. You make a yarn and you right click it and it sets a waypoint. And then when you're out and about and you want to figure out how to get back to that waypoint, for example, you know, we're caving or something like that, then it gives you a sparkly trail back to that first waypoint you came from. That is it. And I thought that's really cool. So when you explore anywhere, you can set that. And I don't think it's OP or something. It's very processor easy from what I read, the way it is programmed. So we're definitely gonna give that a try. Things here. So we know come from the other way where to go in. One more, but we got a ton of coal, so. Alright, what else do we have? Random things is a mod that adds a lot of random things. We're gonna use a lot of that stuff. Mob Dismemberment. Don't know if that's gonna stay or not, but I thought it's kind of cool that when mobs die, they don't just go poof. They actually fall into their body parts and there's a little blood spatter. But I noticed that when you're trying to run over those parts of the bodies, there is like almost like they have some kind of a hit box, if that makes sense. You can run over them, so that might be a problem in some of these roguelike dungeons when you fight a lot of mobs, that maybe all of a sudden you can't move anymore. So, but we'll see. If it interferes too much, then I'm gonna get rid of that one. But so far, it hasn't caused any problems. We've got open blocks. You guys all know those. We got ropes plus, which is really cool. You get grappling hooks and You can make zip lines and that kind of stuff. I thought that's really neat. And the last one I'm gonna mention for now is Villager's Nose. Yeah. You can walk up to villagers. I think you need a special tool. Hey, buddy. And then you can cut off their noses. And you can take those noses and plant them on farmland, and then it grows new villagers. I like it because if you're on a multiplayer server, then when people need villagers, they don't need to pick up the villagers or drag them with them. Actually, there is no safari nets or golden lasso or anything, so I don't even know how you could pick them up. But there might be a way with Thaumcraft or something. But you don't need to pick them up. You just cut off their noses, and I think they regrow. So you can just make your own villager farm, and you don't need to worry about the door thing and so on. Doggy, you're gonna stay here for now. And I'm just gonna go out and see... What time is it? Sun is about to set. I'm gonna wait until it's down, then I'm gonna go outside and... Guys, have we lost any hunger yet? With all this mining? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, God. No, I didn't have God mode. I'm doing this from the console because I can't do it in the game. So I'm not sure why. Difficulty is normal. I did change that in the server properties before I started to enable mob spawning. But yeah, we haven't. Maybe that's why there's nothing in these roguelike dungeons. Sorry, guys. Definitely gonna work on trying to figure out why there is no mob spawning. I'm gonna run out here and see when night comes if anything spawns. So yeah, the villager's noses is the last one. I'm sorry, guys, that there's so much rambling, but there's so many mods I wanted to mention, and you know, trying to also play at the same time is sometimes a little difficult, but I hope you guys are okay with it. So, my goal for the series, I wanted to set myself a little goal for this Let's Play series, and I figured, you know, the regular world was destroyed or something like that, and we're mad. So we set out onto the world, and we're trying to learn magic and trying to become a powerful wizard. And then we want to take revenge on the ones that have caused our families, our teachers, and so on pain, or killed them. So my goal is to kill every boss in the game. And what are you? Ghoul zombie. Alright, so we know there's mobs. Now, let's take a sleep. Okay, so my goal is to take revenge on all these bosses that destroyed the overworld. So I'm gonna, whenever we have our real base, gonna put up pedestals, and we need to kill, I made a list here. We need to kill a Hydra boss, the Lich King, an Urghast, and a Naga, and bring all their heads home. And we also... So scary. I have to figure out what's with these name tags, because that could be very confusing. I don't want to see them. So the 4 Twilight Forest bosses, we need to bring an Ender Dragon egg, and we need to make a beacon. So once we have those 6, that's like, alright, we beat the Let's Play series. So that gives us a lot to do, because in this mod pack, and especially when I'm done with tweaking, this is not going to be easy to achieve. Alright, I'm not sure if I did change it manually again to normal, and now I lost hunger, and we just saw skeletons come by. maybe there was something that the default game mod was not to set to normal, but I am going to set that for sure after I'm done recording. And there's also a lot of tweaking that I want to do. For example, you guys heard me say there's blood magic in this mod pack. But blood magic is really... Could probably close this off here somewhere. Blood magic can be a really overpowered mod. It's a fantastic mod. I love it. And if you want to be overpowered, then great. But I like the way that it was done in Blood and Bones, and I'm still trying to figure out how that was tweaked there. So the armor is still good, like diamond level. But when you took damage, it was just like it was like diamond armor, you know, you just had armor from it, but it did not just drain your LP. Because you can still make very powerful armor with blood magic, meaning, you know, you can add sigils when you enchant it. And on top of that, then put regular enchants on there via books. So I think it's already quite powerful armor, but I don't want it to be OP, so I'm looking into how to tweak that. And Thaumcraft armor can also be very OP, but it takes a lot more work to make that armor. So I am gonna leave that untouched, and I don't know what kind of things are gonna be tweaked. I don't want this to be a hard mod pack like Blood and Bones. That's why I didn't add Spice of Life. It's a great mod. But it was too much worrying about food. I want Hunger Overhaul with Pam's Harvest Crest, just goes really well. Spice of Life is perfect for it too, but not for our mod pack. I want to be, you know, a double cheeseburger to be very rewarding, but I don't want you to have 8 different stacks of food on you just so you have a nice variety. That kind of bothers me. I don't want to have to worry about that. You hungry, buddy? There you go. You just right-click them with the food, in case you guys didn't know. And for now, I'm gonna feed him the meat, even though I can give him an apple just to show you guys. Alright, now his hunger is full, because I gave him that trait. But I don't want to, you know, have to slaughter cows and pigs just so I'm gonna keep these bones on me. So I can just feed my dog. I don't want to have to worry about that. Stone sword with sharpness 1. Well, please. This with me. Backup sword. Protection 1, unbreaking. Yep, let's put on some new panties. Back in the chest. What else do we got? Diary. Let's see what this is about. And I don't know how long the videos are gonna be. I think once we get established, I'm gonna try to aim for 30 minutes. But the first few days, maybe they're gonna be longer, and the days when we go exploring the Roguelike Dungeons and so on, they're gonna be unedited, full-length versions. Because I want you guys to be able to see everything. And also, a lot of mods I'm not very familiar with. For example, I've only did some basic things in Botania, Witchery, so there's still a lot of things that I don't know about, and I don't want to research them beforehand. We're gonna read the books that you get from those mods, and we're gonna learn it together, fail together, and if you guys have tips and tricks, you can always put them in the replies. I want this a little brighter here. Okay. And I'm gonna do all this on camera, so, you know, maybe there's gonna be times when I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm trying to figure it out. But that's all gonna be on camera. Let me see how long this recording is already. 40 minutes now. I think that I'm gonna call it here for the first episode, guys. We got a little hut here. And you, mister? What are you doing pooping on my furnace? Huh? Little poop? Yeah, and let me show you guys here. You make, you take dirt and put a ring around and you get these fertilizers. And with those you can make fertilized soil. Bat? I have never used it, but we gotta figure it out. No creatures. There's a bestiary. That must be from the Lycanite mobs, because I added that in the end and I've never seen this. To discover new creatures, you must craft a soul gazer. So we need more gold. Gold is really what we need in the beginning the most to start with Thaumcraft, because we're gonna do that from the beginning. And we need it for the crystal wing, and there was a few other items where you need gold. Duration on level 2 is proceeding. Needed more chests to store rations and equipment. Reported bug sightings. Go Roguelike Dungeon. Okay, cool. So, I guess, because I've never seen rooms like this and I explored many roguelike dungeons. What? Wanted to make... Yeah, I definitely gotta go out and chop some wood. And... Oh, can we make a door out of this? Yes. It's 3. With Ganny's surface. 3 doors. Cool. Are going to put them up here. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go out and just here in the near vicinity, whatever. Sorry, I don't know how to say that word. In the close by area, and I'm gonna just try to gather some food and wood and all that stuff, and then I'm most likely today gonna record the second episode. And I don't know if I can release them both on the same day, but I'm gonna do a lot of recording whenever I'm doing stuff. This is kind of nice, this door, but I can't look through. I might have to put something next to it so I can see what's going on before stepping out. That's fine. Chicken. I'm a chicken. Okay, so we got a little first hole. I think this is perfect. And this looks so cool with the backpack and my jeans now. And can't wait to start with episode 2, guys. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. A lot of magic. I hope you guys are gonna look forward to the next episodes and let me know what you think about the mod pack. I did try a lot of other mods, but some of them just didn't make it in. Because I didn't like them. I thought they were boring. They were buggy. I don't know. I'm not gonna mention ever mods not being in this pack because I don't like them or find them boring, because I don't want to discredit anybody's hard work. There's so many fantastic mod makers out there, and I appreciate every one of them that sits down and makes some mods for us to enjoy. And if I find something boring, that is personal taste. Other people might love that mod, but not me. But of course, if people ask for a mod and there's many people that want that mod, well, then maybe my taste is wrong and I might add it or not. We'll see. This mod pack still has a lot of testing to do or to be done on, and I can't wait until it's on the ATLauncher and everybody can download it and enjoy it themselves, but it's gonna take a few more weeks. I'm gonna overhaul and then I'm gonna submit it to the ATLauncher, and that process takes, they say, up to 4 weeks. Who knows? And we'll take it from there, guys. Well, I'm gonna end it on this note. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that, and it helps me spread the word, more people knowing about it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel so you get all the further updates about this series and my Crafting Paradise series, and a third one that I'm gonna start soon, most likely Beagle's Tech Pack. Purely tech-based mod pack, which would go really well ahead. So we would have a skyblock, a magic adventure, and a tech pack. So, till next episode, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.